And today, I want to start artificial intelligence. And this is a major theme that will carry us through to the rest of the semester, okay? And so for this class, I want to introduce a book called Empire of AI, written by a journalist named Karen Howe. She is an American journalist, and she spent many decades researching OpenAI and writing about the advent of AI for major publications, including the Wall Street Journal. And she has a very skeptical view of AI. I share her skepticism, okay? So what I'm going to do this class is share with you my understanding of AI. I'm going to get some things wrong, okay? So feel free to ask questions, feel free to criticize me, feel free to stop me if I'm not clear. All right, so let's start class. AI. All right, so these are our main ideas from the book, okay? So I give you the page reference in case you actually want to read the book yourself, and I highly recommend that you do to fully understand the context of these ideas. Okay, so let's read these two paragraphs, which provide us the main thesis of our argument. Okay, so Alan, could you help me read, please?
Yeah. 6 years after my initial skepticism about OpenAI's altruism, I've come to firmly believe that OpenAI's mission to ensure AGI benefits all of humanity may have begun as a sincere stroke of idealism, but it has since become a uniquely potent formula for consolidating resources and constructing an empire as a power structure. It is a formula with 3 ingredients.
Okay, all right, so stop. Okay, all right. So this book is mainly about OpenAI, which is also the most important artificial intelligence company in the world right now because they were the ones who pioneered ChatGPT, okay? And it started off as a project sponsored by Elon Musk and others because they were concerned that AGI, artificial general intelligence, would be a threat to humanity. So they wanted to develop AI in a way that would serve humanity as opposed to threaten humanity. And so at first, it was a very noble mission. Okay, keep on going.
Yeah. First, the mission centralized talent by relying them around a grand ambition, exactly in the way John McAfee did with his coining of the phrase artificial intelligence. The most successful founders do not set out to create companies. Altman reflected on his blog in 2013. They are on a mission to create something closer to a religion. And at some point, it turned out that forming a company is the easiest way to do so.
Okay, so again, it started off as an idealistic mission, but now its main focus is to become an empire. And there are 3 ways in which it is trying to become an empire. First of all, it's trying to be a religion, because as Sam Altman, who's now the leader of OpenAI, says, if you really want to change the world, if you really want to build an empire, you need to start a religion. And so a company is just a vessel in which to incubate this religion, okay? So one, it's a religion. Second thing about OpenAI and other AI companies is that it is focused on relentless expansion. And that means building data centers everywhere and anywhere. Okay, so OpenAI wants about $1 trillion to build lots of data centers around the world. Because if you really want AI to be successful, you have to first conquer the world. Okay? So it's not really about making AI safe for humans. It's about making the world safe for AI. All right? To make basically humans slaves to AI. That's the second thing. And the third thing is, and this is most important, is they refuse to define what artificial intelligence is. They're constantly changing the definition of AGI in order to better control the world, okay? And we'll see what this means later on, okay? Can you read this paragraph, Alan?
My conversation with Brockman and Sutskever continued in circle until we ran out the clock after 45 minutes. I tried with little success to get more concrete details on what exactly they were trying to build. which by nature they explained they couldn't know. And why then, if they couldn't know, they were so confident it would be beneficial?
Okay, so this is a really huge problem. So Karen Howe is a reporter. She was working for the Technology Review at MIT. In 2019, she goes to Silicon Valley and she meets with Brockman and Sutskever, who are the two main scientists behind the OpenAI project. And the first question she's going to ask, and anyone should ask, is, what is AGI? What is AI? What are you trying to build? And they could not answer that question. Okay? It's not because they don't know, it's because the truth is too scary. And what we're going to do is figure out what the truth is. What is AI? What is artificial intelligence? What is AGI? And the answer, of course, is it's God. What Brockman and Sutskever could not tell Karen Howe is that we're trying to create God, because that is insane, evil, and stupid. But if you look at what they're doing, that's exactly what they're trying to do. Okay? All right.